Hello there, thanks for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and today I cover the big one, the biggest rock concert of them all, the granddaddy at least of them all, obviously not counting something like Woodstock. You got the Beatles at Shea Stadium in 1965. Oh man, anybody who was alive then and following pop culture was simply knocked out. 55,600 souls made it into Shea Stadium for this huge summer 1965 concert, and it broke all attendance records at the time for, you know, a pop culture event, pop concert, whatever, and all financial records as well. I mean, it just mowed down the record books, and it was certainly the Beatles, of course, at the very height of their popularity. Some of those records stood just for years, but obviously it was inevitable they were going to fall with the advent of, you know, arena rock and everything in the 1970s. But for the mid-60s, well, actually by any standards, it was truly a monster event. So today I've got a couple of fun ticket stubs to show you from the Beatles at Shea 1965. There's not a lot of unused tickets from this show, because, as I said, you know, I mean, the thing could have sold out 10 times over. The ticket man was incredible, but that's okay because look how good the ticket stubs are. Look at that, it shows a picture of the Beatles right on there on the stub. That's really nice, and there was a clean perforation break, so anybody holding a stub almost always got this nice looking souvenir. Now remember, I've mentioned before in other blogs that of the Beatles' 70 North American concerts on their 3 tours, of course the US and Canada, only like 18% of the tickets had the Beatles photo on there. That's less than 1 in 5 concerts had the Beatles photo. So that's really nice added value to the most famous concert the Beatles have ever given in their career, either side of the pond, and to have a ticket and then a stub that's got their picture on there is just really nice for collectors. So as a result, it's a very popular ticket stub, as you can imagine, with collectors. And as you can see, it's got almost everything you want. Look at that, beside the nice photo of the Fab Four. It's got the promoter on there, Sid Bernstein. The venue, obviously Shea Stadium, written vertically up and down there. The date with the year, which is always nice. A start time, of course, for the show. The ticket price, $5.65, and the seat location. So, you know, it's sort of like, what more could you want from a stub, right? Well, have you noticed something actually is missing? Have you figured it out, what I skipped over? Oh, just not much, just the Beatles. Isn't that amazing? That's right, their name isn't on here. You see them, but not their name. You know, you got the picture, but the Beatles was indeed on the other portion that was torn away, but that's okay. Wonder how close in I can get with this. One thing about this picture that's always, I've always noticed is how weird George looks. He's second from left, of course. It just doesn't look, his mouth doesn't look exactly like, you know, we know George. It's just a different kind of photo of George. And even actually John's a little different too. He's sort of thrusting himself forward in the picture, it looks like, and John even just looks a little different than he usually does. But the promoter, Sid Bernstein, did go ahead and use this same picture on his 1966 Shea tickets, and then Washington, D.C. in '66 also used it, so it ended up actually on 3 different concert tickets. Now, interestingly, these concert tickets were made in different colors because it made it easier on a number of levels for different sections of the stadium and the ticket tellers, and you pull out a blue ticket and they say, no, you want to go to the other entrance. So this obviously, of course, is the yellow one. Bernstein had 6 different colors made for Shea 65 and did the same thing again in 1966. So I've been showing you a yellow one here, and by the way, there's the voluminous rain check on the back. It's on the back of all tickets in all colors for Shea. And here is a blue one, which, you know, depending on your preference in colors, some people prefer the nice blue color and so forth. So this, by the way, is a mezzanine box, the blue color, and the yellow one was a field level box. Both tickets are $5.65, and in fact most seats at Shea were in that price range. There is a smaller section of smaller sections of cheaper tickets, but $5.65 was definitely the main price. Now, you know, it could be kind of fun as a collector. If you're watching this, you're probably a collector, but you might be watching out of general interest. But wouldn't it be nice to collect not just one ticket stub from each of the Beatles' 70 concerts in North America, 1964, 5, and 6. How about one of each color? Wouldn't that be fun? I've already shown you the blue and the yellow here for Shea 65, and I've told you there's 4 more colors. So that's 6 colors right there just for one concert. And then, wait a minute, if you wanted Shea 66, that's 12 ticket stubs right there to collect. That'd be pretty amazing. But You want to take a guess how many different, so there's 70 different ticket stubs you could collect if color doesn't matter. But if you wanted to get fun, especially if you got all 70, how about each color? You want to take a guess on how many that is? You're probably thinking like, oh, 100 or 150 or something. Would you believe 425 different Beatle ticket colors on their 3 North American tours? I keep saying North America because they did play Toronto and Vancouver, British Columbia, almost all American dates. But you know, the US tours, North American. And the next exact number I counted actually, and it's always subject to 2 or 3 or 4, give or take, you know, 5 or something, because I didn't count myself the Ed Sullivan Show tapings. I don't really see those as concerts. And I didn't count the occasional press pass, which might be even another color or plain white or something like that. But basically, you know, what I got was 424 different colors of Beatle tickets. Can you imagine trying to collect all those? And you know something? I'll bet before long somebody watching this video is actually just that kind of collector. There is one show on the 64 tour, Indiana State Fairgrounds, the daytime show, had 14 different colors. OMG, just that one concert, that's so crazy. And on the 3 tours, on only 3 different cities, 4 occasions, were there no color variants. That's right, there's actually 4 shows in Beatles North American history where all tickets are the same color. Frankly, one thing that strikes me is how boring is that? I'll take the Indiana and the 14 colors, you know, so. But if you wanted to collect even, let's say you're just a Shea Stadium nut and you love the history and stuff, you'd have 6 to collect from this year and 6 to collect from 1966. So, truly a matter of to each his own. But I think it's just fun to see all the colors. And, you know, it's the old thing with collecting. Once you hit one plateau, you look for another challenge. So one thing I think nothing will ever happen is nobody will ever have an unused ticket in every color from every, you know, North American show. 424 unused tickets. Pretty sure to say they don't all exist. Anyway, thanks a lot for dropping by. Shea 65, the big one. Great to show it to you. Take care, and we'll see you next time for something soon. Bye-bye.